What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks going into this upcoming week. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, this week's going to be more consumer related. So you do have on Wednesday, ADP non-farm employment, and then payroll coming out on Friday. So aside from that, it's just going to be more of a technical driven week, and with PCE coming out on Friday, you kind of had some optimism, so hopefully there's going to be some relation to rate cuts sooner rather than later, possibly as early as September, but there hasn't been really any change to the sentiment for that. This upcoming week, right now, the Fear and Greed Index is at 48, so it's kind of held its gains somewhat despite the volatility on Thursday and Friday. So again, people's appetite for risk is still somewhat there. That could really stand to benefit for this upcoming week, and companies unveiling their earnings. There's a lot of hot ones, such as Lululemon, especially based on what happened with Gap, and clearly how the market does react to very positive just earnings and good growth. So hopefully that might come to Lululemon because they've had a very difficult quarter. And then aside from that, Neo and a couple others. So still good stuff, none of which is going to really disrupt the broader market. So something to kind of keep in mind. So moving on to stock number 5. I do cover this one under my other channel quite frequently, and that is Lucid. So Lucid, ticker LCID, over this last 1 year down 63.4%. In 2024 down 32.54. This is what they do, in case you do not know, so you can pause it and read through it. But in this video, it is going based off of the short score, not the short interest. So right now, the short score is 95.93. The higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. So right now, the short interest on Lucid is 27.57, utilization 97.41, cost to borrow average 28.36. So when it comes down to the whole EV sector, it is very sensitive to interest rates. So with this upcoming week coming out and maybe some optimism associated to rate cuts, that could really stand to benefit Lucid. Moving on to stock number 4. So you have Microvast Holdings, tickers MVST, over this last 1 year down 69.85, in 2024 down 73.29. This is what they do. And also on a side note, I have vetted a lot of these companies to ensure that they haven't done a recent reverse stock split, because that does typically skew Ortex's numbers. So you can kind of just see that right here. So this company has done no recent reverse stock splits, or actually none in general. So on a side note, if you're looking for a lot of good compiled information, such as SEC filings, press releases, everything under the sun, take a look at Seeking Alpha Premium for a 7-day free trial. So highly recommend you guys taking advantage of that. But with this company, short score is 96.77, so very high stuff. Utilization 91.88, cost to borrow average is 223.69%. 16.39% of the free float is being shorted, and that works out to be 29.72. Just so you know, this short score is comprised of multiple different things. One is utilization, cost to borrow, how many shares are being shorted, and everything else. So kind of encumbers everything in one. So this is why I'm doing a video based on the short score. Moving on to stock number 3, the Lion Electric Company, tickers LEV. Over this last 1 year down 42.86, and in 2024 down 38.98%. This is what they do. So once again, just pause, read through it. Seasonality, you can kind of look at it as well. Obviously, it has struggled historically. July and October seem to be good months, as well as January, at least over the last 3 years. But still, we're not going to be talking on their actual operational updates, rather just this. So short score is 98.71, utilization 92.65%, cost to borrow average is 154.47%, 15.23% of the free floats being shorted. And just looking briefly right here, you can kind of see that shorts have started to get back in. So previously was about 13.36% of the free float being shorted to where it is now. So shorts are starting to get back into this company. So take note of that. Moving on to stock number 2, Toward Holdings, so ticker CURV. Over this last 1 year, it is up 194.3%, and in 2024, up 16.29. So it's been on a fairly good run, as you can kind of see right here. This is what they do. So apparel retail, especially like I said, with the consumer data coming out this week, that could really stand to benefit this company right here. But 99.03 is that short score utilization, 86.2, 16.6% of the free floats being shorted, and cost to borrow average 84.62%. Just looking on the actual chart, so you can kind of see despite the actual price, so obviously the stock has gone on a very nice tear, but shorts haven't really done all that much. So this this orange line right here is short, so they've been kind of maintaining. They had a spike, looks like beginning of May, but because of the recent probably meme craze at that time, shorts did return to mitigate some risk, but very interesting stuff. So 99.03 is very, very high. And moving on to stock number 1, and that is Pulse Bioscience, tickers PLSE. Over this last 1 year, up 86.29%, and in 2024 it is down 5.64%. So pretty impressive run over this last little bit, just over the last 1 month, up 62.5%. But beside the point, this is what they do: healthcare equipment out of Hayward, California. And right here, 99.38 is that short score. So that is the highest in the market right now. Utilization is 100%, 17.83% of the free float is being shorted. Cost to borrow average, 391.98%. So very high stuff. And just, I think everything is a very good indication that there's a lot of naked shorting that is happening, because in many cases, I didn't really spend so much time on it, but if you guys do a little bit of extra research, you'll see, for instance, in this case, the shares on loan is more than the free float. And this company, again, I don't really know much about the fundamental business itself, but shorts have been slowly getting in ever since, it looks like August the 14th, 2023, around 9.82%. So they haven't been phased by the broader market. So they have just been holding and doing their thing over this little bit. So let me know your thoughts on the top 5 stocks. It is very interesting. I've been covering Lucid for almost 3 years. It has been very heavily shorted, but it's never been on my top 5 list. So kind of interesting to see Lucid on there. So what's your thoughts on these top 5 stocks? What other squeeze stocks are you going to be watching this week, and why? So don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. It is a new one, so simply sign up for a new account with Moomoo for $100 added, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock could be valued up to $2,000. So this is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.